Hey everybody, CW here, Card Wolf, because I'm always on the hunt for great cards. And today I thought we'd do a mail day. These are some singles that I've picked up. I don't usually buy a lot of singles, but I've picked these up over the last couple of months and kind of been saving them in a little stack over here by my table. And I thought today would be a good day to go through these. They're starting to pile up, and it would also be good because you guys should be having a pretty good mail day this week if you participated in the giveaway that I had to celebrate 500 subscribers we did last week. Your cards are arriving. From what I've been told, a couple of people have already emailed me that they got their cards yesterday on Monday. Some of you should certainly get yours today, on Tuesday, and of course throughout the rest of the week. So I hope that you guys enjoy those and let me know that you got them. I like to know the cards arrived there safely, of course. So we got four different little packages and envelopes that, again, are singles. I don't usually, for whatever reason, I tend not to buy a lot of singles. I like to pick up lots and collections more. It's just more fun for me. But every now and then there will be a card or two that I see and I think, man, I've got to make sure I get a copy of that. And so go out online and look for the single, and that is what we have here. I think, and I could be wrong, but I think I know what is in each one of these, and I'm going to just sort of stack them up in the order that I think I know what they are, and we'll find out together. And very curious to know what you guys think of these pickups that I've made. None of these are like huge, big money pickups or whatever, but they're cards that I really liked and that I was quite pleased to get. And again, if you have any opinions on these, or if you've picked these up recently too, or if you see these now on the channel and you think, wow, I would like to get a copy of that too, then, I would certainly like to know about it. All right, these are, I got two of these, and I don't usually buy doubles either, but I felt like the guy had a really good price on these, and I thought I'll get both of them that he has for sale. Why not? And these are Topps Now cards, and they have terrible tape over them, which I'm going to take off here before I bring this close up to the camera. And these commemorate the World Baseball Classic, that amazing moment in the World Baseball Classic from earlier this spring when Shohei Ohtani struck out Mike Trout. That was the last out of the series, which was just an amazing and dramatic moment. And I think it's one of those moments that will really go down in baseball history. It just felt, while I was watching it, like this is going to be a really, really memorable moment. The two people who I think are future Hall of Famers, if Ohtani can stay healthy and continue even for, another 3 or 4 years at the pace he's on, I think he'll be a first ballot Hall of Famer. And if you don't know what Topps Now cards are, they are cards that Topps prints as soon as some event happens in baseball. And I think they print them, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they print a few of them every week. I think 3 or 4 cards every week is how they do it, and it commemorates something that happened in baseball that week. And boy, this was a huge event, and I was really pumped. It was actually, I got to give credit to Shane at Shoebox Legends, was the one who told me about these being printed. I don't always follow what Topps Now cards are coming out. I think these may be, I don't think these are the first Topps Now cards I own, but they're first, I don't know, second or third maybe, something like that. So Shane told me that these were out because he and I had emailed about the World Baseball Classic, and I want to thank you, Shane, for letting me know about these, because I was really happy to get a couple of these for my collection. I think they're really nice cards, and these ran me, 2 cards together were $9, which on the Topps site, I think they're $5 if you order them as a single, and then if you order like 20 of them, you get the price down to like $4 or something like that. So the seller did not make much money on these, I'll put it that way. But really happy to have those. I want to thank Shane at Shoebox Legends once again for giving me the tip that those were coming out so that I could get myself a couple. And if you haven't been over to Shane's channel, Shoebox Legends, I don't know why I keep calling it Shane's channel. It's actually Leo's channel. Leo is this very important presence on Shoebox Legends who really is in charge of everything. Shane just kind of does Leo's bidding on that channel. I think we all know that. If you haven't been over there, you should check it out. Shane really knows cards. He collects hockey, baseball, and other stuff, and there's very little he doesn't collect, actually. You should definitely check out his channel. He's a really friendly guy, really loves the hobby and knows quite a lot about it. Often will introduce me to cards that I don't otherwise know about, and then I have to go out and look for them. So thanks a lot for that, Shane. Appreciate that. All right, this is another single that I picked up recently, and this one, if the one I'm thinking of, yes it is, this one is the least expensive one in this stack. And once again, they got some helpful painter's tape on the front here that's going to ruin your appreciation of the card. So I'm going to take that off if I can. Some industrial super glue painter's tape there. All right, there we go. And this is a Stadium Club, and it is a red parallel of Eddie Murray. And I just, as soon as I saw this card, I just kind of ran across it online by accident. I wasn't looking for it. I didn't know it existed. But as soon as I saw it, I knew I needed to have a copy of this card. Just a beautiful field-level action shot. And, of course, you guys know what an Orioles fan I am. And Eddie Murray is one of the all-time greats, Orioles greats as far as I'm concerned. Really one of the all-time greats in baseball, who is, in my opinion, kind of underappreciated. Eddie Murray was a fantastic player and really one of the greatest switch hitters in the history of the game. I think he, if I'm remembering right, Eddie Murray is the answer to a pretty good trivia question. There are only, I think I get this right, there are only 3 switch hitters in the history of baseball who have hit 1,500 RBIs or more. And Eddie is one of them. Mickey Mantle is another. And the third guy, Adam's Card Closet, can tell you who that is. It's Chipper Jones. And so it's just a really cool card. I was really very pleased to get this one. I like the red parallel better than the other one. It's not a color match to the Orioles jersey or anything. I just I like it better. It goes with the blue in the background. And this is at, I think one of the reasons I like this so much, this picture was clearly taken at Memorial Stadium. I recognize actually this portion of the back of the stadium there right away, and this is Rick Burleson, who was the shortstop for the Red Sox back in the late 70s and early 80s. So this is early in Eddie Murray's career, and this is a day game. I went to most of the games I probably went to at Memorial Stadium were day games, or at least half of them were. So this is a game I could have been at, for all I know. I could have been at this game with my grandfather. He's who I always went to the day games with, and just really love that card. Really brings back some great memories for me. That's one I will really enjoy having in my collection and just looking at. I'll probably set that out somewhere so I can really enjoy that card. Maybe I'll keep it against the back wall for a few days and then maybe find a nice space to set it out here in my study. So that was $1.50, which you can't beat that. I mean, what a great card, and $1.50. I mean, it's like I said, Eddie Murray is just one of those guys. Fantastic player, but very underappreciated in the hobby, in my opinion. And very happy to get that card. So this is, I believe this is 3 cards that a guy had. He had put up a bunch of cards, and one of them is what caught my eye. And then I looked, as I always do when I buy singles, I looked at his listings for his other cards, and he had a couple others that I was interested in. So I decided to pick those up as well. And all together, these cost me about $20, 3 cards. And you may never have seen these cards before, and I think you will like them. If you don't already know about them, I think you will really like them. Get all these rubber bands off of here. Don't usually see cards sent with rubber bands on them these days, thankfully. All right, so here we go, and these are in a team bag as well. So this guy did a sensational job of packing these up for me. Appreciate that. All right, let's get these out of here. Put that over to the side, and there we go. All right, so you can see I'll put that one on top, and it's 3 cards in this series. Now, if you've never seen these before, I'll tell you what they are. 2021 Topps UK set, and these are inserts from that set. So Topps UK, they do cards, baseball cards in the United Kingdom, and they have a much lower print run than the US cards. And then these are insert cards from it, and they're in the style of 1977 football, but in the UK, they obviously don't have football cards usually. So what was the significance of this there? They used this style for soccer cards over there around the same time. I think it was 78. And so it makes for a good insert. It's kind of a throwback insert if you collected cards in the UK back then, and it's a throwback insert here if you collected football cards as I did back in 1977. So as soon as I saw the design on these, I was really into them, and these are cards, I have a few of these, but I didn't have these particular players, and when I saw somebody list them for a very low price, I was happy to grab a few. I got the Mookie Betts IPC and the Mike Trout. You can see the backs of these are not at all like 77 football. These might be like the 77 soccer. I actually don't know about that. Or 78, I think it was in the UK. I have to see if I can see a picture of the back of one of those. And then the other one is the Ohtani, of course. Like I said, I ended up getting all three of these for $20. And my rationale here is they're really pretty cards. They are throwback design that I like. And I have a feeling the print run on these as inserts to a set that is already a fairly low print run. I have a feeling that's a pretty low print run on these, and within, just a few years, I think these are going to be very tough cards to find, is my guess. And he had pictures of all of these, and they look in really great shape, nicely centered. These are cards that I can't imagine have been graded very much, that might make an interesting thing to get graded and to hold on to. So those are all three PC cards for me. Happy to get those. And then this last card, this is one card in this nice bubble mailer here. Let me see if I'll just do the scissor treatment to the very top edge of this. And that out of the way. Get this out of here. All right. And I don't want to show you what it is just yet. All right, that's all that's in there. I got the one card. This was the most expensive card by far out of what I got. You know what I paid for all of these, and this one was more than those. It still was not exorbitantly pricey by any means, and it's a card that I was really excited to get. Cannot wait to see this in person. Let's check it out. It is a brand new Stadium Club Chrome card, and it is the orange parallel version of the Hank Aaron Willie Mays card. And I really wanted the orange parallel because it's a nice color match, of course, to the Giants uniform that Willie Mays is wearing. I love this photo. I think this is just a wonderful photo of two of the absolute greatest players in the history of the game. They're just having the time of their life. You can just see it on their face. They're just enjoying themselves. I just love that card. I have the X-Fractor as well. I've had that one for a little bit, and I like this card too. But I really wanted the orange parallel, and the orange parallel is significant because it's out of 25. And I'll show you the number there at the top. It is out of 25, so there are not that many of these. And I was kind of looking online for a little while to see if one of these would come up, and it finally did at auction. I didn't want to pay the buy it now prices, which were a little absurd in my opinion, but it came up on auction. I ended up getting it for $43, which was a price I was happy to pay to get this one of 25 with Aaron and Mays. And I was looking at this card. It doesn't tell you anything on the back about where this photo was taken or what was going on, but I was looking at this card. I was trying to figure it out. I think this must have been taken at the All-Star game in 1970. You look at the age of the two players. I think that's right around the right era that it would be, and they're both wearing home team uniforms. So I feel like this had to be at an all-star game. They would not both be wearing, back then, the uniform color made a big difference. I know it's less so now in professional sports, but back then you wore white if you were the home team, and you wore darker colors, gray or other colors if you were the visiting team. And so this, I was looking at all-star games, and in 1970 the game was played at Riverfront Stadium in Cincinnati, which is a game I've seen, and it's notable primarily for Pete Rose barreling into Ray Fosse, the American League catcher, late in the game and scoring the winning run and separating Ray Fosse's shoulder. He injured him terribly with that. I mean, if you've never seen film of it, just check on this site, check on YouTube and look up 1970 All-Star Game Pete Rose, and I'm sure that they've got footage of that. And he just is merciless. He just comes running down the base paths, barrels into Ray Fosse, tackles him like holding nothing back the way Pete Rose played every game of his life. But he really nailed Ray Fosse and injured him pretty badly. Ray Fosse still has lasting problems from that injury. He has terrible arthritis in that arm and can barely lift it, from what I understand. And that was all from that play, but it won the game for them. And The throw was fantastic. I mean, it was a great throw. Amos Otis, I think, was the center fielder who was in the game at that time, and he had him nailed. I mean, he threw a bullet from center field to Ray Fosse, and Fosse got it, and he was right in the way of home plate, but Rose hit him so hard he dropped the ball, and so Pete Rose was called safe. Well, he was probably called a lot of other things that day, too, let me tell you, after that play. But it's something you should check out if you've never seen that before. It's definitely a piece of baseball history worth knowing about. And the National League won that game. Although, as I'm remembering, I think Carl Yastrzemski was the All-Star MVP because I think he got 4 hits in that game, which I'm pretty sure is a record, or it was then. It probably still is because they don't let him play whole games anymore. But Yaz played the whole game and he got 4 hits. A guy gets, 2 or 3 hits, he gets a hit every at bat. You're inclined to leave him in. Earl Weaver was the manager because the Orioles were in the series in '70. So he decided to leave Yaz in the whole game. It's hard to blame him. He gets 4 hits. I'm going to stop rambling about the 1970 All-Star game. I could be here all day doing that. And I'm sure most of you are not the slightest bit interested. But anyway, this is the last single I wanted to show you. It's one I'm really, really excited to get, a 1 of 25. And one that I suspect within a couple of years is going to be a very hard card to find because you hold this card, you see this in your hand, and it's like, man, this is a beauty. Very, very happy to get the orange parallel of that. So those are the singles that I picked up, and I'm very happy with all of them. They all look just great, better than advertised in some cases. I think my favorite's probably still this Eddie Murray back here, which was $1.50. That was the cheapest one. But I do think that's my favorite just because it brings back a lot of memories for me. I'll be back here tomorrow. As always, on Wednesday, we'll be doing a pack battle with Average Joe, my friend and nemesis. We have something good picked out to battle with. I will not spoil it. You'll have to tune in tomorrow to see what that is. Thursday is Anything Can Happen Day on the channel, and I'm not going to spoil that either. Friday, you all know what happens here on the channel on Friday. We do Dorking with Dice, and we're going to do it this week with a vintage box of hockey and baseball packs. And we'll be rolling to see which ones we get to open. So that will be a lot of fun. Hope you guys are having a great week. It's Tuesday, and I hope you're enjoying the start of the week. See you back here tomorrow, and as always, happy collecting.